Hello students, how are you? Hope that the previous topic is clear to all of you, and in my current video I'll explain you about the static and dynamic web pages. So let's start. First slide, we are having information about the static web pages. So let's see what is the definition of the first one. Okay, a static web page, often called a flat or a stationary page, is a page that is delivered to the user exactly as told. In simple terms, a static page is a page which is developed once after a long time or manually. If a person wants to change the contents, then the contents of the static page change, otherwise not. So a static page displays the same information for all the users. That is important thing. Either single or multiple users are using it, all the time it is showing the same information to all the users. Clear? So such web pages are suitable for the contents that never or rapidly needs to be updated. That's good point. So static page we develop for those purpose where we want our information for the long time or which never change rapidly. Clear? So that type of pages is called static web pages. Now in the next slide, dynamic web page. Okay, so dynamic web page, what is the definition? A dynamic web page is a web page which needs to be refreshed every time whenever it's open in any of the web browsers to display the updated content of the site. So as the name suggests, that dynamic page, it changes every time. Whenever we open a page, we see that a page is having always updated contents. We can take the example of a Google page. You see the Google Doodle there. So that always or daily on the daily basis it changes. Clear? So this is about the dynamic page. Means refreshed every time whenever it opens or display the updated contents of the site on the browser. So this is about the dynamic web page. Now here we see the difference between static and dynamic web page. So let's see. First basis, static and dynamic. First, on the basis of basic, remain same for the time until and unless someone changes it manually. This is about the static page. Otherwise it remains same for whole the duration, for a long time. Are behavioral and have the capacity to produce distinctive contents for different visitors. Means every visitor is having a different contents. We can take the example of a Facebook or all other site as a dynamic web pages. Complexity, simple to design. There we need not much knowledge of languages. Complicated to construct. There we need knowledge of high level languages. Information change occurs rarely. It very rarely it changes the contents. Frequently, sometime number of the times in a day. Page loading time less comparatively as compared to the dynamic, and dynamic it is very more. Here it is given frequently, more as compared to the static page. So it takes more time because it needs to be refreshed all the time, every time whenever a user opens a page. Use of database. Do not use database. In most of the cases it doesn't require a database, but in a dynamic web page it requires a database. Languages. For developing or for making a static web page, we need to learn HTML, JavaScript and CSS. These are the basic languages, simple languages which is important for the newcomer or for the developer to start to making a web page. Here are some advanced languages like Ajax is there, and ASP.NET, JSP, PHP. These are the dynamic languages, or these we need to be applied whenever we go for making a dynamic web page. So this is all about the different static page and the dynamic web page, and difference is also clear. So now, thanks. Hope you like it.